You can eat them.
And then he doesn't even eat them. Kane Parsons in A24, but one of the most suspenseful labyrinths in modern horror, yet they completely jump cut past all the best parts of it. At the core of the story is Clark, a failed architect who gave up on his dreams. There's an example of this corner cutting when we first see Clark venture into the Backrooms. He comes across an instinct bag full of potential exposition and decides to leave it behind, rather than wrap it around his body like a python. Coincidentally, when he leaves this bag behind, it's then written that it gets destroyed by the monster. Visually, this journey is a masterpiece. When Clark first falls through the wall and the camera goes wide, we really see just how small he is. The towering walls, the unnaturally high ceilings, really swallow Clark whole. And as his fragile ego pushes him further out into the back rooms, he's unwittingly being swallowed by a living, breathing, practical set right down his digestive tract into the belly of the beast. But there's a deeper layer at play here: the mask. The Backrooms uses this inviting, if you can even call it that, bright fluorescent lighting to hide what's really lurking below. Clark wears his own mask. He plays the role of the confident explorer as a front for the failure he left behind in the real world. Both the man and the maze are using a clean aesthetic to hide a total lack of soul. As the danger ramps up, Clark's mask starts to slip. We learn just how cold and manipulative he really is. He recruits his own employees to go into a place he knows is lethal, just to be able to have the bragging rights of saying he's seen it all. This is the moment we learn Clark isn't a hero. He's a man who knows exactly what's hiding in the dark and is willing to let the world burn just to protect his own ego. His employee Bobby is purely written as bait, cast on a fishing line down a dark chute to see what's biting. As Clark is fully aware of, something's down there and it bites. We get a tiny, sickening glimpse of the shadow side, the ugliness and distortion that this place is truly capable of. With the fluorescent lighting, it is not so inviting. But instead of leaning into that decay and showing us Clark's own mask finally shatter, we jump cut out of the rooms entirely. We cut to Mary at the store, where we learn Clark has been missing for weeks. We miss the most important part: the mental decline and eventual snap that led to Clark living in the back rooms. The movie expects us to accept his transformation without actually showing us the work. It's not until halfway through the film, at the dinner scene, where Clark claims he's found his home amidst the chaos, but by then, the film has already traded showing for telling. We see his other employee, Cav, reduced to a Walt Disney frozen head sitting in a fridge. Clark plates a chunk of his still life in front of Mary and delivers that ominous line,
You can eat them.
we're told the backstory, but never shown the reality, which is exactly why it's been panned as a walking simulator that limps its way into over-explaining its mystery because it's too afraid to show and not tell. I willingly paid to watch this film 3 times, so I like it a lot. It could have been an all-time classic if they weren't so afraid to push the envelope rather than open it and read what's inside. So look, A24, if you want us to feel lost, don't sit there explaining the map. Would you also have preferred being shown Clark's descent to madness, or are all these jump cut shortcuts acceptable for you? Whether or not you agree with me or liked what I had to say, let's debate it in the comments. And while you're down there, feel free to click some buttons. Nice seeing you.
Aliens.